future is you. The future is beautiful. Welcome to the future.
So I ran across this article by Mark Bona of Cleveland.com, and he conjectured what the world would be like after the COVID-19 crisis has passed, or at least attenuated. Probably the most obvious one is no more high fives. He then conjectured that maybe we won't have those little tags for getting discounts and credit cards hanging from our keychains. And I thought, well, no, it's probably more likely we won't be using credit cards as much, because notice that's the one thing they do touch if they touch it. And then there's high-contact sports like rugby and boxing. On the other hand, football has a lot of protection. And talk about your spacing, well, baseball certainly will survive. Very likely to disappear is the buffet. It's already amounted to the soup plantation's bankruptcy as a business model, and be it cafeterias, schools, etc., we're probably going to see that change profoundly. Also for consideration is the manned toll booth, which kind of is a mood argument. They're already kind of going away. People have moved to tap and go. On the other hand, no more sharing of drinks or pipes or anything else that goes to the lips. Now, he also conjectured that maybe we'll stop clinking glasses and beer bottles. I'm not so sure about that one, but the one I do know that's definitely going to change is kissing. Whether it's a French kiss or the way the French kiss, it's probably going to go more like that of the Hollywood air kiss. The next one is more of a could, would versus should, and that is being floated and tossed into a mosh pit. On the other hand, the cubicle office, boy, that has to be reconsidered, or at least make the walls high enough that it was more like a room instead of a cubicle. Now, he threw in the idea of no more TP, not because of hygiene, but because people want to keep the toilet paper. And no more holy water. And that will have to probably be rethought by the church. And probably the one that's most profound is we will travel in trains and buses and airplanes in a very different way. Mandatory masks are already required, and we're going to wait in lines, and we're going to have to make a longer queue, much like, if you will, the English do or don't do. And probably the most obvious one of all is no more handshakes. We probably even have to give up the Obama bump going to the elbow bump, and not even that if you think about it, given that's where we're supposed to cough. Ugh. And finally, Mark mentioned no more free samples, which is not unlike the concept about the buffet going away. The one he didn't bring up, and I'm really interested in, is bars. How are we going to wear masks while drinking, or let alone eating? Now, there was one that Mark Bona did not present, and probably the reason for this video was the future of education. If it remains online with Zoom and many a school district, both in New York and Los Angeles, vehemently protesting them, studies saying they're not as effective, and probably the most relevant one is how do you deal with cheating? Boy, that's problematic. Something to think about with Dr. C.